At Blackfoot Communications, our mission is to connect people, businesses, and communities to their networks in Montana and beyond. Through Blackfoot sponsorships, local ambassadors, and public programs, we support initiatives such as the Emergency Broadband Benefit, fiber deployments, and community events. For information on our commitment to improving our communities with fast, reliable, and secure internet access, go to blackfootcommunications.com/news.
Yeah, I thought our guys, we came out a little slow, which I expected. They got their nerves out of the way yesterday. We had some good looks early. They jumped out to that 8-0 start and came out with great energy. It's probably the hottest team in the league. They won 5 out of 6. And, we escaped in Wellsman last Thursday against them. We know what they're capable of. And anytime you have a player like Bryce Fowler who can, the way they run their offense, it's really hard to guard. And, we're proud of our guys. Once we kind of got our footing and we got some energy, I thought we went inside and did a really good job, pounding the paint, throwing the ball inside. Did great, Jabril, and Abdul, and really using our length and athleticism inside, which I thought kind of turned the game, especially in the first half. And then obviously in the second half, our energy was great. Our talk on the bench, was awesome. Our leadership, and when we start making some shots, we can play like that.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now open it up to questions for our 2 players first.
Coulter, Nuanez, Sky on Sports. Abdul, what's it like preparing mentally when you're on the top seed? Because you guys, like Coach said, you don't get to play yesterday, you're here for a couple days watching, so just mentally, what's it take to get ready for a tournament like this when you are sort of the team with the target on your back?
You talked about in the locker room, man, humble and humility, just taking life to news easier. It's elimination one. You lose one, you're gone. So just knowing that anybody can be anybody at a given night, so we respect everybody the same way. Just step on the court, do what we got to do, and just take care of business.
Thanks, Xavier. You guys have been sort of the team out in front all along. So what's it like just kind of being the team everybody's gunning for? What's it like being the top seed this tournament?
It's tough for sure, but it's what we work for in the summer, spring, fall, and we put ourselves in this position and we're going to embrace it. Like Abdul said, we're going to be humble about it and cherish 40 minutes. We're blessed we get to play another 40 minutes tomorrow, and we're going to, take advantage of that and play every minute hard and not take it for granted.
And I'll say this too: there's no seeds in tournaments. There's no number 1, number 2. Now, everybody you lose, you go home, and we made that clear with these guys last night. And I knew I didn't have to tell them that, but not in a tournament with teams as loaded as the Big Sky is this year and as even, seeds don't mean anything.
Xavier, they started out leading right back here, 14-6. 14-6 in this game. Then you guys kind of slowly came back and, had a great first half for you guys. So offensively, when you guys got going, what did you like about the looks you guys were seeing?
That's the thing. I don't feel like our problem was offensively early on. Even when they jumped out 8-0 on us, it wasn't the offensive end, it was the defensive end. I want to say they started off 6 for 6. That's just not who we are, especially on that end. But I feel like once we got stops and got settled in, our defense dictates our offense. Once we get stops, get the rebound, we're able to push the ball and get in transition, going down to our bigs and finding open shooters and attacking the rim. And, once we got stops and settled in, I feel like that definitely, got us going on the offensive end.
And in that second half, too, the defense seemed like it came out hot pretty much right away. So is that how you guys saw it, too, just defense leading to offense as you guys made it, 20-point game?
Oh, yeah, that's been our recipe all year, defense. That's what we've lived by. We're a good offensive team, but we feel like we're a great defensive team. Defense is what we live by all year, and we're going to continue to live by that. Defense wins championships, and we got to guard if we want to, go to where we want to be.
Take 1 or 2 more questions for our players.
Thanks. The last time I saw you, you had a walking boot on your ankle at the end of Northern Colorado. What were the past couple days like for you in terms of preparing for this game? And it seemed like you were, in your best version of yourself today. How did it feel to be out there?
Felt great. A lot of treatment the last couple days. Shout out to Brett. He's an amazing trainer. Brett definitely takes care of us. He definitely puts us in position to be successful on the court. We always talk about taking care of our bodies, but I was never worried. I'm fine. I'm good. But I know my teammates have my back. I don't care if I'm out. Look at last week when we played Northern Colorado. I went out early. Jabril didn't play, but our teammates, we're strength in numbers. That's why we're so good. Anybody can step up. Anybody can have a great game. And my teammates definitely have my back.
And Abdul, it seemed like it was a really well-rounded effort, from kind of top to bottom in this game. I'm not supposed to see that, after a little bit of a layoff, you guys get the bye. The stage didn't really seem too big for everybody.
Yeah, man. It's just, I feel like personally we just played very different on the road. We got a chip on our shoulder the way we play and stuff. The shoot around was great for us today, just getting shots up, just getting on the court and stuff. So I think it took us that first 10 minutes for us to just get the nerves out of us and just get the worries and anxiety out. But once we did that, man, you see what happened, and yeah.
Final question for our players.
Hey, what goes into defending a player like Fowler? He had 14 points early. When he's out there on the floor, what is it like as a team defensively? Talking to each other and just like doing all you can to try and limit his opportunities.
Find out. Let me know.
We still trying to figure that out too. But man, Fowler's a great player. I mean, he the way he reacts. I mean, you can't really predict what he's gonna do because he's just an amazing player. But it took multiple people throwing multiple people at him. It took team defense being in the gaps, and he got going that first half. But I feel like we kind of slowed him down in the second half, made things tough. He made tough shots. I feel like our team, we had great contest on him, but he's a good player. He's gonna make tough shots. He's gonna make plays like that. But as long as we kind of slow down the other guys and figure it out from there, I feel like that's all you pretty much can do with a guy like him.
Thanks, guys. We're going to open it up for coaches' questions.
Thank you.
1959, at Street's Grocery in Whitefish, Montana's special spice was born. Alpine Touch. It's the taste you grew up with, well seasoned through the test of time. As the tradition carries from one Montana generation to the next. From its humble beginnings to a trusted brand, here's to the next 60 years, Alpine Touch. Montana's special spice since 1959.
Thank you.
Coach, you had 5 players at double. How do you say about the ball opportunity?
Sorry, what was that?
You had 5 players that scored double today. How do you say about the overall effort of your team today?
I mean, the overall effort was tremendous, but that's why we've been successful. We have different guys that can step up, and I think that's why we're sometimes hard to guard. Especially when Great Osabar is playing well. We can rest Jabril, and it's not an excuse, and I wasn't going to let it be an excuse even if we would have lost this game. Xavier, Jabril, and Raekwon Battle have not practiced all week. They haven't been walked through. They haven't done anything. Literally, they haven't been at practice. And but we had talked about it. We're a no excuse program. I don't care who had to play. Patty McMahon might have had to play 40 minutes, but it shows the resiliency of those guys. Of Raekwon. Those guys, literally, Jabril hasn't done anything in 7 days. He could barely walk. X has been in a boot until this morning. Raekwon's been throwing up since Monday. And he's probably throwing up right now. But it shows, it showed a lot of heart, for those guys. And, I was worried that they were going to be out of rhythm, especially Xavier. But he's just a little baller. He just is, man. He does it every game, and I'm proud of our guys. And like you said, our depth with getting 5 guys in double figures, shows that, and that's why that's been our recipe.
Coach, you kind of touched on Great Osabar. Just talk about the Great Oz and what he really brings to you off the bench.
He's been phenomenal. He's been our key. Really since early December, he's been great. I mean, he's a load. He's a load. He's a pup. He's just turned 19. People don't realize how young he is. But he's an awesome kid, and he tells me to coach him hard. So if you see me going crazy on him, that's what he wants, and he responds. He's really hard to guard down low. His arms go forever. He could literally grab those cameras from here, and he's been the difference for us.
First win, obviously it's a big win, but it's not what you're here for. You're here for the Big Sky Conference title. So what do you tell the team?
Every win's a big win.
Correct. So what do you tell the team at the end of the game? Just one game at a time mentality.
Yeah, they took care of. They did what they were supposed to do that 40 minutes. Now we gotta get treatment. We gotta get nutrition. We gotta eat well. We gotta get off our legs. We're gonna be playing a great team tomorrow night. Whether it's Montana or Weber, And you know, we split with both those teams, so we know how good they are. And I mean, it's gonna be a battle.
Danny, both the players touched on that defense. They felt like the defense effort was a little bit low at the beginning, but then it kind of showed up. Is that your perspective as well? Do you think the defense was really the catalyst in this?
Yeah, yep. And to give Sac State credit early, you know, they put us on their heels with driving, and you know, they made a couple shots, and they're going to do that. But you know, we knew over the course of the game, you know, we eventually wanted to wear them down with them playing yesterday and make them shoot jump shots. You know, you can't let Fowler get going to the rim, you know, because he's too talented. And then their peripheral guys that I don't even want to call them peripheral guys, but like the guys around him, you know, the Fitzpatrick, because those guys can get 20 points, and so that's when they're really good, and that's why they've won 5 of their last 6.
Danny, with Fowler, I think he had 14 points in the opening 12 minutes of the game. Did it feel like anything changed on their end, or did you guys change anything specifically on your end to combat him a little bit? Because you pretty much held him in check after that.
We did, you know, and I think he scored at least 4 of those, you know, 8 points. He had 12 early, you know, right at the very end, you know, just driving to the rim. We did, not really. There was a couple times where we had different lineups in where we could switch, you know, which kind of threw off with some of the plays that we're running. You know, but he just, you know, his legs probably got a little bit heavy, and we tried to make him make some of those tough mid-range jump shots.
And you mentioned it, obviously it would be a tough game for you, whether it's Weber or Montana, but I got to imagine a little bit in the back of your mind, you know, how would it feel to play Montana on a stage like this, CAC with the chance to go to the Big Sky Championship, and how do you kind of manage that mental challenge for your players of such a big stage potentially?
Yeah, I mean, regardless, it's a big game, and you know, obviously I'm sure there'd be people coming from Bozeman and Missoula, which would make it great, you know, for the crowd. But at the end of the day, it's about us. You know, like we have to show up. And I'll be honest, like we didn't show up the first 30 minutes in Missoula. They made us pay for it. And you know, we'll be ready no matter who we